wisely and crush those responsible.
My will is strong.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the True International Season 2 Indian Qualifier here on the mic. Your one and only 9 and with me, the Sigma Ones is with me on the casting desk with Ones. Ones, how are you?
Okay. Actually great, Nine. And wow, what a pleasant surprise. I was not expecting to have Nine Zeta here on the casting desk with me tonight. That is something which was not on my, bucket list for tonight. And I'm really excited. I'm really happy. And yeah, so with that, we're gonna have the first game tonight. Would you mind introducing the teams, Nine?
Yes. So today we have Lakshmi Chitfan and Trinity. They will be playing off for. This is the second day of round 16, and I cannot wait to see them break down their gameplay because we know for sure that Lakshmi Chitfan are with their new lineup because I've seen a lot of reshuffling with their roster. But with the
Yep.
Trinity as well, we haven't seen their match in the previous in the
Yeah.
previous day. We know how they have been playing so far. So I am really hoping to see some kind of underdog coming in and yeah, to see good names coming together.
Yep. I mean, talking about today's team, we have LCF, which is like a really big team. But on the other hand, though, what a coincidence, to have 9 Zeta on the casting desk. At the same time, Trinity Zeta, you know, playing off against. Well, that is pretty ironic and it's such a coincidence as well. So, when I first saw the team, Trinity Zeta, I was like, oh my gosh, is this 9 Zeta? But yeah, no, never mind, it's not. So
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I myself was caught quite off guard, but I'm really excited for this team to really come up and go ahead and play. So yeah,
yeah,
let's hope that they can they really play off. And also, just for everyone who's watching right now, there is a giveaway every night. 50 diamonds to those lucky winner, more than one or two, depend on how active you are. Make sure that you stay active on the chat. Be the keyboard warrior that you have always been in a good way, and keep supporting the team. And that's why you can take part in the night bot. Will choose the two
yeah.
lucky winner every night. So make sure you stay tuned with us.
Oh yeah, definitely, because it's free diamonds that we're talking about, right? So guys, you do not want to miss
Yes.
out on those free diamonds. So yeah, make sure to be active in the chat to converse, and just hope that Nightbot sees you as like.
Yes, and also while we're waiting for the team, we just want to take a moment, our or also want to take a moment, to remember those who have been the victim of the recent incident in Ahmedabad. So we really want to extend our soul heart towards the family.
Yeah,
It has been a tragedy. It's all over the news. I hope everyone stays safe wherever you are. A lot of incidents happening. You gotta be good to each other, guys. I'm saying this because in MLBB, we tend to really uh kind of go on each other, but we
yeah,
never know whose last day it might be. So good,
yeah,
be good to everybody, guys.
yeah. I mean, talking about that incident is just really sad, right? I mean, it was just not the people on the plane, but even
Mm,
the building where it
mm,
crashed, like a lot of medical
mm.
students caught as well. So that is pretty sick for, and I mean pretty sad, for the family members of those uh, people who died, because especially for the parents, they
Mm,
send children, and most of them are
mm,
medical students, and it's really heartbreaking to see, when you've reached to such a point where you almost finish your career, but then it comes down to such
mhm.
a tragic incident. So yeah, we can just send our prayers. That's the best we can do.
Yes. And coming back to the this to international, I'm really excited to, the tournament is going to start. The playoff is going to start from the 23rd of this month, and eight country. Can you imagine once eight country coming together for this playoff, and everybody's fighting for the spot, including India. I
Yeah.
think it's an opportunity for us to have that exposure, right?
Yep. Yep. I mean,
So. Mhm,
talking about these teams that are qualifying for the internationals. Like we're having Indian qualifiers, even these other countries, they're having their, qualifiers as well. So you guys can, check it out. Maybe if we have a little extra time, maybe next time around we can, put some links so you guys can see where the qualifiers are going on. But yeah, talking about draft right now, look at that, Lakshmi Chitfun on the blue team and Trinity Zeta on the
mhm,
red team. And yep, we already see a
mm,
Fanny ban from the side of Lakshmi Chitfun. Nine,
mhm.
what do you think about the Fanny ban?
I think they did study about their gameplay last time, because what I know about Error is he's very good with studying the opponent team.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised by how much of the study that was done to Trinity is
Mhm.
Zeta here, but I'm
Yeah.
really hoping that they will able to play off against neck to neck against Lakshmi Chidvan, and it will not be on one sided. And what about the ban for Kalia there?
I mean, talking about Kalia, she is like a standard ban in the current meta. She is a pretty good support and a fighter. Can, be a good puncher back. And as for the Fanny ban, nothing out of the ordinary, because Fanny is always in the meta, despite she, her receiving many adjustments throughout, you know, various seasons and the patches. She's always there, somewhere in the corner. Players still play her, and somehow they make it work. And yeah, talking about a
Mm,
standard band, here comes another standard band, which is the Badang,
but
because yeah, he's just the guy with the full package. So yeah, obviously it's good to take him out of the picture as well.
yeah, once whenever I see Badang, it reminds me of the time where you told me about the power that he holds with that thunder belt, and that
Oh
with the stake that he holds. I was like crazy. I was mind blown actually by the limits that he can go through. And there we go, that a Hayabusa ban coming out straight. I think that is something that I myself would ban, especially when it comes to the early
yeah,
game. I think Trinity Zeta here are definitely going for the early stage to finish the game as soon as possible.
yeah, I definitely agree, because the Hayabusa can be really troublesome with his squad shadow and the Ogi kill. Because it's really easy for him to go into the back line, pick up the mage or the marksman, and get back into the safety with his quad shadow. So it's a pretty solid ban to take out the Hayabusa as well, because he is such a good assassin. Despite him receiving a little nerf in the previous patch, he's still pretty decent. And yeah, look at Lakshmi Chit Fun. They are going for the full package ban here. They're taking out even the Matilda, a really good utility support as well.
That's a no breather at all for Lakshmi Chitfan, and with the first pick coming up, what are the chances for them? Because it seems like they are pretty much going for late in the LCF side. That's what I am hoping for their pick. So what are the possibility of their pick? What's your bet on that ones?
I feel like Lucas could be a really high possibility here, because he is still open and he is a pretty dominant fighter. So picking Lucas here would be a great choice for LCF, because if they do not pick it, then maybe Trinity Zeta might have the chance to pick the Lucas. So I feel like at this time around, Lucas is gonna be a pretty good pick here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a Lucas would be good. And
Ooh,
wait, they went for Kimmy. A late
wow.
game. Would that be a mid Kimmy? Do you think so?
There is a high possibility for that, because Kimi, after the revamp, Nine, she has been like really good in the meta. She's been dominating the mid lane. The gold lane can face off 1v1 against most of the marksmen right now. Even her ultimate, it has such a good setting potential. She can do sets with her ultimate with the 75% slow effect. And the extra added immobilize and the mobility on the first skill is just a cherry on top of the cake. And yeah, look at Trinity Zeta. They're going off with the Katot pick here as
Oh.
well as the Farsa. So that is a pretty solid pick from the side of Trinity Zeta. They have secured the AOG, which is a good setting skill, as well as the long range zoning from that Farsa. So the Farsa can be a really good utility as well because during the objective with the Fed airstrike, she can provide a lot of zoning to help out take out the objectives.
Oh yes, for sure once. But then Gatot on the other side is not a very good primary setter, to have that initiate. He may be a secondary good initiator, but to have that initial stage, they really need to have either very good XP where they can and initiate and whether that the Baxia pick coming in right from LCF, that is something I think Trinity Zeta would definitely have to watch out for.
Oh yeah, that is definitely true because the Baksha, the most meta tank jungle right now. He's been, being picked everywhere. Everyone is picking him. Ranked, tournaments, MPL, wherever you see Baksha is always there. And man, they gave away a Baksha and a Lucas as well. So NCF are looking pretty solid line. They already have three meta heroes on their side. Whereas Trinity Zeta, they have a pretty standard pick. They have the Farsa, they thought quite a good pick, but still not the best. And the Joy, though, she's quite good. She can, dash a lot and go in and out and take out the mages with the rhythm of Joy. Can do a lot of burst damage at the same time. But yeah, we cannot forget about the Lucas with the Leo, with the Beast of Light form, where he has extra boost on his stats and he can just be really dominant and he can be really troublesome with his flash combo as well. So they have to look out for the Lucas. On top of that, even the back.
Yeah, for sure. Once and also knowing that right now that the in the draft wise so far, from the side of LCF they seem pretty solid with the early game. But talking about Bakshia, I know
Yeah,
for sure he's at the meta right now. So with Lucas and Kimmy, they seem pretty solid. But at the same time, we also know that the meta uh, you gotta know how to use a meta well. So I hope they do so because sometimes it can go a little bit wrong. One small loophole, and I
yeah,
am sure with that joy and
yeah,
with the right coming off that airstrike from
yeah.
Farsa. I
Yeah.
think they may have the advantage, but I'm not sure it really have that fate coming in from Trinity Zeta. I don't know. It's so weird for me to keep saying Trinity Zeta, knowing that the name in there, guys. It's not my team, okay? It just so happened that it happens that they have Zeta name. So
Yeah.
yeah, for those who are watching.
I mean, Nine, looking at the draft here so far, I feel like both side of the teams, they have a pretty good draft. And Trinity Zeta, though, they have picked the Irritel, and I am a big fan of the Irritel. You know why? Because
No.
Irritel's marksman that can, hit and move at the same time. So that provides a lot of kiting ability for her. She can hit at the same time and, get into safety anytime she wants with her crossbow as well. That is a pretty good call because her ultimate is like a mini dash. So, when she's like too deep into danger, she can dash out of the danger and, run away while damaging the enemies. And that is a pretty good pick, when it comes to line up against Lucas or Baksha because these hero can pin you down. And having heroes like Erotel is pretty good. And yeah, talking about how good Erotel is, man, they really predicted this. Like there's gonna be a lot of CC, and just look at that, a Selena pick from the side of LCF, as well as a good thought. I mean, not a good thought, a Tigrel. So
No
Lakshmi
point.
Tilpara are looking pretty solid. It's gonna be pretty much a Selena, a gold lane, Kimmy, probably a Lucas jungle and a backshot EXP, and a Tigreal obviously on the roam. I'm not really
Mm-hmm.
sure about Baksha these days. You know, he's so versatile. He goes either jungle,
Mm-hmm.
goes either EXP, he goes either roam. So it's really hard, you know,
Mm-hmm.
put him down.
Mm-hmm.
Guess where,
Mm-hmm.
which is he's gonna go in. And yeah, to top it
Well,
off, comes the CC Big Nine.
oh, CC, my love. I love it, but how? I mean, with the pig, I'm not sure how much damage that she can go against if she has to go for that lane. But coming back, I want to come back to Iritel. Checking her in would be really difficult, you know, and I'm not sure how much of a fight that will come from the LCF side. But yeah, this is a lineup for you guys, and this is one goal. They have to put their slot in that place. So wishing both the team the best at the draft are locked in, and yes, we're so excited for the first match of the night, guys. This is LCF on the blue side and Trinity Zeta on the red side.
Yeah, I mean the both side of the teams are looking pretty solid because I won't lie, you know, Trinity Zeta they have countered Lakshmi Chitfan quite well. So yeah, here we are, Nine. Take us straight into the land of dawn.
Welcome back to the first match of the night and to the round of 16 day 2. This is powered by NextG and Vista and True International in collaboration with C3. On the mic, it's 9 and 1s. And once we're already seeing a fight on the mid lane,
Ooh.
initiation going on, but a little poke in there for sure because Lakshmi Chitfan, as you said, that with their pick, they are going to go full on swing.
Yeah, I mean Lakshmi Chitfan they have a lot of early game heroes. They have the Lucas, they have Kimmy. I feel like most of the heroes are all early game. Even in late game, they're gonna be really well, playing really well. So yeah, that is something Trinity Zeta they have to look out for. But on the top side though, it seems like you know, the Aksha is definitely on the EXP here. And he is just going to be bullying the hell out of that CC because the Tigreal is with the support. And here comes the rotation from the mid lane Selena as well.
Oh, oh, the
Oh,
first blood.
wow, that was a really beautiful gang coming up from the side of LCF. They made sure to pin down that CC with that sacred hammer, and you know, the abyssal arrow connected beautifully, giving up a beautiful first blood to our guy Era here. And yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
just gonna be, you know, a pause for the moment. It seems like it was accidental. I'm not sure. Are the team asking for a pause here? I feel like that was pretty much accidental. So yeah, I feel like the first turtle is coming up in about 15 seconds. So there might be a little bit of a skirmish on the mid side here because oh my lord,
Oh, NT on the blue. I was about to say blue flurry face.
uh,
It's blurry
wow,
face. I was.
yeah. Yeah, just look at that. The LCF already starting with the first turtle soup. They're not gonna take their chances. They're just immediately gonna look for the turtle soup here, and they're just gonna secure it with an ease. And here comes.
Oh, crazy.
Oh my god. Oh my lord. Just look at the Lucas that had the airstrike being popped up. Not enough to take down our guy Bakshia here, and he just makes it in time out of that zone of the Fed strike. But then again, look at the Selena beautifully connects the abyssal arrow with the abyssal traps and takes down the Gatot before he even has the chance to recall. So it is going to be a 42 trade for the side of Lakshmi Chitfan. They are on the higher edge here because they have secured the turtle and they are in lead with the kills as well as the gold. So it's looking pretty solid for the side of Lakshmi Chitfan here.
For sure, but I think the table is my turn. I don't know, for some reason I have some softer side for Trinity maybe, but they are going for that objective on top. We are seeing a little bit of engagement coming in as usual, but for sure, nevertheless, we are seeing some objective firstly done, but error there with the map scouting out once.
Oh my lord, just look at the AOG connects beautifully, but then again, the Farsa being chased down out of that Fed airstrike. Here comes the Gatot, but will be caught up in that flash combo, and the Kimmy from the back will be popping up a lot of damage. Here comes the Selena with the kill secure, and it is just gonna be a lot of support coming up from the back here with that revitalize, and just gonna be zoning out the Aerotel, but Aerotel trying her best to poke down a lot of damage. But here comes even the CC with the support to just take down the Basha right in time.
Yeah, COVID really hitting me hard. But at the moment, we're seeing on the line of dawn back to the item. Let's get a sneak peek on that item once.
Oh yeah, we definitely need to take a look at the items because if you take a look at the items, Lucas, first item on the Hunter Strike, pretty good. The Selena, though, on the other hand, has already completed the Magic Boot and the Enchanted Talismans. You know what that means, man? There's gonna be a lot of arrows because the Selena has already completed around 40% cooldown reduction, if I'm not wrong. Command that. But then again, here comes the
Oh,
Secret Hammer airstrike being popped up. Turtle being secured here by the Joy. He is going down onto the purple buff. It seems like he'll be caught up, but no, he just used the Rhythm of Joy to get out of danger, and it is going to be no casualties whatsoever for now. But no, here comes the Baxia with the kill secure on the Farsa, and just in time, even the Kimmy takes down the Gatot as well. That was,
I for a while. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
For a
I
while, I thought there that Dark System would actually, initiate that AOG, but he went there to escape that run. But like I said, being a second initiator is what he's good at. But to really initiate a fight, I think that is something that they have to wait for it. But look at the scouting that's coming from Error and Naughty. There is that Naughty or Nobody. But yo,
oh,
it's Naughty. Oh, look at that. Oh,
girl, and no,
implosion might come in.
no,
Oh
oh
no.
my god, look at the set from the Kimi with the ultimate, but no, there's not gonna be any teammate this time around to help her. But here the crossbow being popular. No way, the Airtail getting caught up in the flash combo, but then again, it is gonna be a lot of support coming up from the side of Trinity Zeta, but no, it's not gonna be enough to take down the Lucas, but instead, it is gonna be 3 casualty onto the side of Trinity Zeta with
Oh,
no members being taken down from the side of LCF. LCF on the full rampage at the moment. They have such a high edge here, and it seems like Trinity Zeta won't be able to do much about it because Lakshmi Chitfan are on a full total domination here. They have the higher grounds, and man, just look at the Selena pops out the flicker to get out of danger. The Irritel almost catches him down, but then again, look at that engagement coming up.
oh, got
Oh my
sandwiched.
god, he got sandwiched. That was tragic for that Airtel man. That was really tragic. He got totally stunned from both sides of the map. He just got caught in that secret hammer from the back. The abyssal arrow connects beautifully too, and man, it is just way too tragic for him. He's already, under farm at this point around, and LCF just not giving them a breather to even have a moment to farm properly and look for any kind of objective. And with that, even the second turtles will be going onto the side of Lakshmi Chit Fund without any competition. And oh boy, look at Selena always connecting those arrows. And my god, he overextends both
Illusion.
turret and man just got taken down there. Oh, 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 the Joy going in with the Rhythm of Joy, but no, he's gonna be popping off that, oh my lord, the Kimmy though with the high burst
Oh,
damage.
no.
Down the Joy easily, and boy, look at the back shadow. Goes in with the wheel, catches the Farsa, but no, the teammate's not going to be able to catch up. But on the back end, though, Lucas with the Beast of Light form will be using a lot of skills to take down the members of Trinity Zeta. But no, it is the CC that we're talking about going to be backing off for now. But no, it seems like my screen has frozen here for a bit. But no, the back shadow with the wheel just make it right out of danger. And how the hell did he survive?
Oh,
Survive it. He did got caught, but but at the same time, it was a trade for trade, a tank for a tank there. So not much of a.
man. That dark system jumped right into his death. Like there was a crazy AOG coming in from dark system. Definitely went dark in all there. But look at that on the top side. They're going for a chase
Oh
Superman
my
and
god!
blurry face. And Kerr going to go down as well. There you go. Another kill by Sirar. I don't know. That's how he pronounced it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And yeah, LCF seems to really dominate. Oh my god, a beautiful implosion coming up from the side of LCF, but no, it's gonna be a
Oh,
lot of crowd control. Oh my lord, just look at the things going on around. I can't even catch up. Four members down, one from the side of LCF, a pretty big trade for the side of LCF. They have already built up a beautiful 5k goal lead against Trinity Zeta. Trinity Zeta can't really do much. They don't have enough items to, soak down the damage, especially the thought and the backshadow. The backshadow, going on with a semi. Oh, but on the mid side though, this taking a lot of damage. Just makes it in time to get out of danger. But no, look at the abyssal arrow. AOG connecting as well, but no backup from the side of Trinity Zeta. The feather airstrike being popped down from the back to poke some damage, but no, look at the Kimmy will constantly be hitting those enhanced basic attack. And man, this Selena, this guy, Naughty, he is on some kind of a,
damn.
oh my lord,
Oh, naughty,
explosion, a
naughty.
combo, man. That was crazy.
Man, the damage that's coming from LCF at this moment, it's too much for TZ to go and hold themselves together. But look at the minions coming in and marching in. I'm sure they might lose the turrets or so, but they have their advantage at the moment with Iritel. I mean, if at the late game, but I'm not really sure because she does not have enough front lineup apart from Dark System to really go in and have that fight, which is really rare because he is. I'm not just seeing that right initiation coming in from the side of Dark System there.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. Nine. Right off, from the start of the draft, we've been talking about how bad of an initiator Gatot is, and that's really true because Gatot, he is not an initiator tank. Initiator tank would be someone like a Hylas, someone with like a Benedict. And Gatot does not fit into those department. He's basically a punching bag. And on the other hand, though, LCF they have a setter tank, which is Tigreal. He can, flicker, implosion, and use the circuit hammer for a beautiful combo. And Gatot though, it's really hard to land that AOG. And oh my gosh, just look at the Farsa gonna use up that Feda extract to defend the turret from the top side here. And it seems like LCF making full use of that Lord. They're gonna be pushing three lanes at the same time, but no minions this time around. So they're just gonna be focusing on the top lane there, marching in with the Lord. They try to take down the inhibitor, takes it down, and this time around, is it gonna be an end for the Trinity Zeta? Will they be able to defend this? I'm not really sure how it's gonna pull up. But then again, a lot of things going on here. Oh my god, just look at that.
Oh, look at that. I
Oh
don't
my
think they can hold
god,
it back. They're going to go full in with the minion wave coming in. Will they able to hold up? No, this might be a GG for
yeah.
TZ. And it is surely is the GG for Lakshmi Chit Fun. What a gameplay. I am sure that was a full swing and a quite promising match for LCF. Wow. Once, what do you have to say to that match?
Oh my gosh, Nine. I mean, talking about this match, it was a little off the scale. I feel like the scales were tilted more towards LCF because they are a team that have been in bigger stages as compared to Trinity Zeta. They have the experience, they have the better synergy coordination, and it was pretty obvious, like who would be the winning team. But then again, let us not, forget about Trinity Zeta as well because they put up such a good show for us against LCF, despite them not being one of those recognized team. They still managed to to put up such a great show for us, and they did their best to haul off against Trinity Zeta, especially uh, you know, their marksman. I'd say the Irritel because boy, he was getting ganked from the start of the game, and there was just nothing he could do about it. So basically, the game was more reliant on the Irritel. But then again, because of the gang, he couldn't farm up those items and just wasn't able to dish out the damage that they needed to take down the LCF member. On the other hand, LCF they were way too fed early game snowball all the objective on the hand, and it was absolutely a complete swipe for them.
Yes, for sure. Once that was a really good breakdown from your side, and yes, congratulations once again, LCF, for going to the next round, and thank you so much, Trinity Zeta, for participating. Hope that in the next season you come back stronger. And up next we have Time Slip versus Zeppelin, who will coming up next straight away. And while we are waiting, and those who are on the comment section, make sure to hit that like button and also share. And all those of you who love giveaway, make sure that you continue to type in and be active on chat so that you can win that 50 diamond giveaway. All you have to do is be active on chat, and Nightbot will choose a winner, and I'm sure the mods are there to guide you through. And I think that would be the wrap up for the first match of the night here on the mic with 9 and 1s.
wisely and crush those responsible.
My will is strong.
What's up, gamers? Once again, we are back in the C3 Indian Qualifiers of the True International Season 2, and we are at standing in the round of 16, which is going to be day 2, of course. And right now is going to be match number 2 against the Time Slip versus Zeppelin. Match 1, couldn't actually see what happened there, but I'm pretty sure LCF won that match because, LCF being a very, very, prestigious team in India, of course. The results are going to be very obvious. So right now it's going to be match 2 against two, very underdog team. That's going to be Zeppelin and the Time Slip. I'm pretty sure the Time Slip, either one of these guys came from the wild card, but other than that, we know. But right now we're having Sigma Ones on our right. And how's it going, Sigma Ones?
Going great. It was it was really fun. I got a chance to cast with Nine. Yay! I think I'm the only person who got to cast with her so far. So I feel really honored, not lucky, but honored because she's Nine Zeta, our podcaster. So I'm really happy, to get a chance to cast with her. But yeah, Bolty, did you watch the previous first game?
To be honest, I don't know because my cat shitted on my other cat. And I had to go clean them up, have to wash them up. That's why I'm late. That's why I couldn't make it for match 1. So I'm gonna be very honest, man. Life is not lifing for me right now, but thank God that I can come in right now to actually witness against these two teams. But walk us through what happened in that previous match.
I mean, the previous match, as you mentioned, LCF versus Trinity Zeta. Actually, Trinity Zeta won that.
Nah, you don't. I literally saw the match 1. It says ended 1-0. You can't just pull my leg like that one. even though you're Sigma.
Shit, I feel. Sorry, Chad, I couldn't fool Balti. But yeah, never mind. Here we are, match number 2 of tonight. And it is going to be Time Slip versus Zeppelin. So yeah, Balti, just take us through these teams.
Yeah, but I don't like the fact that what is this like before my name is Lightning Bolty? What does that mean, Links? Come on, man, remove that. It doesn't even make sense. But anyhow, Time Slip, of course, are gonna go for the Kimi ban because these time around, especially the underdogs, they like picking these Kimi as first pick because she's very flexible. She can go to the lane, she can go to the mid lane, and she deal a kind of like an okay amount of damage, and our utility just crazy because she is a hit and run kind of like match, or I'll say a hero. That's why she's very good for rotations. Our skill one also can jump over walls, so make it a double rotation wise.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, talking about, uh, talking about the Matilda, I feel like she is one of those supports that's really into the meta. She's like deep rooted into the meta for many seasons now. She's not falling off, no matter how many patches come and go. She's always a very reliable pick, as well as for Kimmy, because after her revamp, she's just like way too good. And she played off really well even in the previous game where LCF they got to pick her in the goal lane, and she really dominated against that Earthhell. So they really have to look out for the Kimia, and they did, and they took her out. And yeah, the backshare as well. Just look at that, the backshare and Florin being picked out once again. A pretty
Yep.
standard ban, don't you think?
Yeah, very standard ban. In terms of support, it's usually Florin and Matilda that's usually banned out. And if you're talking about utility jungles, yes, the Bakshia is gonna get taken out. And also, sometimes if there's a player that can play Fedrin on the opposite sides, usually
Mm,
it's being used as a respect ban. But as of now, both the teams don't know each other. I'm not sure they're gonna have enough time to do homework for each other. But as of now, like you said, the standard ban's coming up, but this is the third ban coming up from the side of Time Slip. It's going to be a Lucas once again. Call it like a fighter utility kind of jungler because he's tanky. At the same time, he can provide a
yeah.
lot of crowd control. So this guy is like an all-rounder.
Oh yeah, definitely. I do agree because the Lucas, we did see what happened with LCF as well. They got their hands on the Lucas and they absolutely obliterated team Trinity Zeta with the Lucas because the Lucas was way too overwhelming for them. The Lucas didn't even care about the turrets, neither the Crystal. He just went in with the flash combo and easily got kills and even went out easily after the kill. And here we go, the one and only Badang, the Fister, like Balti likes to call him.
Okay. I thought you tried to say like Balti, not like adding that. But you just make it so much worse. But it's a Sigma one, guys. He can say whatever he
Okay.
wants because he's a Sigma. But right now, countering the Badang, that's gonna be a Phobia's pick to the side of Zeppelin. Seeing that Fanny ban as well, it seems like people don't really want to deal with a Fanny right now, even though your opponent is unknown. But the chance of a Fanny dominating the early game is way too much for Zeppelin to handle. That's why they maybe the bandit out. But here comes the
Yeah.
second bandit. Oh, whoa, what am I seeing?
Oh
What am I
my
seeing?
god.
Oh, am I tripping, guys? Am I tripping? Did that Johnson just turn into a Joy?
Oh
I almost
my
had a mini
god.
heart attack there, man. I almost needed an IC. I'm pretty sure ICU, but anyhow, we're safe. We're safe.
Oh my gosh, that was a jump scare, I'd say, because we did not expect a Johnson pick, right? That
Yep.
was something out of the blue, but no, it was a little bit of a glitch from our end. So yeah, it's definitely not a Johnson. It is a Joy pick coming up, and yeah, Zeppelin are looking pretty solid, with the picks that they have right now. They have the Phobias, a pretty strong EXP, as well as the Joy. Yeah, the Joy, with with the rhythm of Joy and the electrifying beats can be a little bit troublesome as well. But yeah, talking about the Leon and Joy, here comes a really solid pick from the side of Time Slip as well. They have secured the Harrod, as well as the Kalia.
Uh-huh. Okay, Juan.
Ooh.
So, what do you think about that one pick? Is it gonna work against this kind of composition because they have a fist breaker, and they have they have another tsunami slam that's gonna be coming up. And speaking of that, they also have a Harit that can like dash away from the Swallow's path. I mean,
Yeah.
can a Wan kind of win against a Harit?
I mean, I am a 1-1 main. I'm gonna be a little biased. I feel like if the player is good enough, you can manage to have it. But in my experience and witness, I have seen that most of the time it is the Hadid which dominates and overwhelms the 1-1, because most 1-1 player they can't hold it off against the Leonin, because if the Hadid goes in with the vengeance, even if she pops up the crossbow of Tang, when he pops up the vengeance, a lot of damage will be reduced, and by the time she gets down on the ground, the Hadid will pop out that Zaman force, and it will just be enough to delete the 1-1. So the 1-1, it's based on up to the player how you're gonna execute her. So yeah. And talking about the Badang and the Kali, I feel like these two are not gonna be much of a problem for 1-1, because 1-1 can dash around to hit that fist crack or the fist break. It's gonna be hard, as well as the Kalia with the tsunami slam, not a problem for the 1-1, because why? 1-1 basically has free purify, so that's not a big deal for her. But then again, 1-1 is really squishy, so has to look out and have to play it safe, especially in the early and mid phases of the game.
All right, like you said, she has a second flower in needles and flowers or something that kind of purifies out. But we're talking about crowd control that's gonna be coming after one purify. There's usually, I feel like the Badang, you know, fist break is gonna be a very low cooldown, trying to bait out the Wan in terms
Yeah.
of the second skill, and follows up with a Kalia, and that's a shutdown for the Wan. This is why I said the Wan is kind of risky, because they have too many, crowd control to the other side. Can just,
Yeah, definitely.
bait out your second skill, and the second skill cooldown is quite long. So,
Yeah.
Zeppelin looking a bit feisty, I should say.
Hmm.
Look at
I
that
mean,
advance.
Zeppelin though, they're coming up with a really good bang here. They have picked out the Farsa with the Fede airstrike. So to take down that Fede airstrike, it's quite good, because you don't want to deal with such a long range mage, with the nuking ability, as well as assassin like a Hayabusa, which can go in and out and kill you pretty easily. So yeah, pretty decent ban. But then again, from the side of time slip, though, we have a lot of roam bans as well. We have the Cathod ban, we have the chip ban, the Matilda ban. They are really focusing on the roaming section. But boy, look at Zeppelin. They're coming up with our guy Hanya Chinta the Malam, the one and only Sicilian. And man, this guy is gonna be really troublesome in the late game, because yeah, he has those stacks on the bad impact as well.
Yeah, of course. That adds up to a bit of sustain. In terms of first and Sicilian D's, in terms of sustain, I feel like Sicilian do have it with the Bats fees. But oh, look at this. Time Slip coming up with a Ling play. It seems like they really
Ooh.
want to go dive in the back line for the Sicilian. Not quite sure if this Ling is going to work out quite well, because I'm pretty sure the Phobias will try to charge up his demonic energy to just, slapping down of those walls when the Ling is going to be up
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah,
But looking at the side of Time Slip, they're picking up a Xavier as their long range.
yeah.
This is also a very, concerning factor for Zeppelin's 1-1, because the Mystic Field, once again, is an immobilized. And 1-1 is gonna be forced to use that second skill and follow up Fist Break,
Definitely.
Tsunami
Yeah.
Slam. This 1-1 is gonna have his time of his life, don't you think?
I mean, there's a cure for that. Bolty, you already have a purify. Why don't you add another purify spell to it, right?
No, no,
If you can
no,
use stun twice,
no.
yeah, just click 2 purifies and you're done.
That's gonna be the
You
first
can
time,
go.
man. That's gonna be the first time a 1-1 having two purifies. But a 1-1 damage also, works. Like you can sustain a lot better with that Inspire as well. If you don't have an
Yeah,
Inspire, it's gonna be a really hard 1-1 in terms of trying to pop out that crossbow of Tang as well. But here
definitely.
comes a Zeppelin though. They're
Yeah.
going for the Franco here. Don't quite understand, because there's a lot of, you know, a lot of crowd control that can cancel your buddy hunt, but it's kind of risky for Zeppelin.
I definitely agree with you, because yeah, the Franco, he has the suppression, but then again, let's not forget the amount of crowd control that Time Slip have. The the Badang can always disrupt the suppression as well as the Kalia, so that is something they have to look out for. But one thing I'm really skeptical about is the Ling pick here, Bolty, because
Yeah.
it's the Ling we're talking about, right? He's gonna have a hard time against the Phobius as well as the Franco. And yeah, even the 1-1, because I feel like it's gonna be hard to take down the 1-1 because the 1-1 can basically get out of the Tempest Blade pretty easily with her dashes.
Yep.
And for the Ling, to chase her down, it's gonna be hard as well. So yeah, this is something, where I see the Ling might not work out. It all comes down to the game execution of the players. So with that, we're just gonna be heading straight into the Land of Dawn. Balti,
Yep,
take us
Land
to
of
it.
Dawn. Land of Dawn indeed. Wands, of course. Multi and Sigma wands on the decks here. It seems like Time Slip are going to be on the blue side and Zeppelin on the red side. They're looking ready to take this best of 1 series in the round of 16 to hopefully move to the quarters. And here comes the first initiation from Sangi. Here, going to go with the title strike. And for now, it's up to Wands to decide.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not the decider here. I feel like it's either one of these teams that's gonna decide who'll have the better execution if they want to win the game. But honestly, I feel like Zeppelin might have the higher edge here because of the composition that they have. But then again, that is not a be too quick to judge because anything can happen. But then again, look at that. Already contesting for the lethal going on here.
Yeah, Little still taken to the side of the time skip. It seems like, oh, there's a little bit of a edge going on. It's going to be the 1-1 winning, getting the first blood against the Harriet.
Yeah.
That is going to make sure that Zeppelin have the lead for the 1-1 to potentially escape those crowd controls later.
I mean, it was pretty obvious, that the 1-1 will win because it is level 2 that we're talking about. There's not much a Harriet can do. At level 2, he doesn't have that, unlimited dash that he can use to dish out the damage. And to hit that corrosion fission is going to be hard for him, considering it's a 1-1 that can dash. So, yeah. He just has to wait out for the level 4 to bully the 1-1. Until then, he has to play it safe again. But then again, also look at that.
Phobius in trouble, force out the flicker. Here comes the Tempest of Blades. Gonna go towards the Phobius, but Phobius gonna cancel out. It's gonna be Senju getting the kill. Deadpool once again trading off for the junglers. Afsuit is gonna be hard fight and Jay falling. He traded out with a Senzu, but it seems like there's more gonna be going on. But definitely a good trade to the side of Time Slip. Oh, once again, Max gonna go in. Does not have that level 4 just yet. If it weren't for the level 4, he could take it out, but just has to go bad because he don't want to eat that tier 1 turret. Here comes the Dawning Light. Oh, finally dashed, and that's a level 4 for Max.
Whoa, he almost got caught in that downing light, didn't he? But yeah, lucky him, he just made it out in time. But here comes the first turtle of the game. And it seems like Zeppelin are already ready, position themselves to contest for this turtle. On the other hand, it seems like even Timesub are positioning themselves to look for the turtle soup here.
Yep, indeed. Grim Bastion is in the bushes to kind of check out. Finally has the Bloody Hand. So it seems like a bit of initiation coming in topside. Sangji is in trouble, but still not forcing out. Or maybe not. She does not have the Tsunami Slam just yet. So it's going to be crucial for trying to pick calls. But here comes the Wrath of Time Slip going for that turtle. It's just the Bastion and Dead Bomb just contesting. They don't have the Joy just coming rushing right with. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a free turtle to the side of Time Slip, taken out by Xavier. That is missed. And yes, they're going to be backing up for now.
That was a free turtle to the side of
Oh,
Time Slip. And boy, look at the Harriet. This is what I was talking about.
Oh, whoa!
Whoa!
Yo,
Whoa!
Max!
Oh my god!
Max is the Oracle. Prediction plays, guys. That is how you play a 1-1.
Man, that guy, he was totally suffering against that Harriet once the Harriet reached level 4. That was what we were talking about, just play it safe, Harriet, until you have reached that level 4. Then you can bully the 1-1 really easily, and that is what exactly happened the moment the Harriet reached his level 4 potential. So now the 1-1 has to be really careful and play it safe. And if the 1-1 goes for a crit build, yeah, I feel like she can actually overwhelm. But then again, Balti, look at the mid lane. A lot
Oh,
of
Sanguine
pop-
Claws towards 2 here once, but nothing much because it's just going to be Dead Bomb stacking up those, stacks that he needs. But for now, it seems like Franco, on the other hand, looking to escort Wan of sticky situations. Here comes Sanji, try to go with a blind title strike, but for now, it's just gonna be the middle camping. But Wan shows herself, but for now, nothing much gonna happen.
I feel like, if Zeppelin they want kills, I feel like Grim Bastion he has to start hitting those hooks because as
Oh,
of now I don't see any hooks right there. Oh,
not much hooks, but a Tsunami Sam connects. That's gonna be a kill for the. He's gonna go for more with those dashes here. Seems like hard fight, trying to use that electrifying beast to burst down that, but Wan comes in, secures the kill on the Harriet finally, but not much of a crossbow tank, and finally the crossbow tank fires up, but too late. That Ling is caught out of range, but here comes the fist breaking, coming in from Spiral, spiraling out Max, and a double kill for the Fister indeed. And that is 2 deaths along with 1 trade to the side of Time Slip.
man, that Fister he really came out of nowhere with that flicker and the fist crack combo. That was a pretty, it caught them off guard. But here comes the second turtle fight.
Oh, there's a good dark wave by the Phobias. He's gonna start ramping to about, but it's gonna be missed, getting caught by hard fight. And here comes the Tempest Plate to use to get that retribution quite well. And yes, enough shield to swallow, but no, that's the Infernal Pursuit by Jay. Takes out Tenju. It's impossible for Time Slip to make it because they lost 3 along and traded off with a turtle, which I don't think is quite right because, oh, Silver Spiral is gonna be in trouble here, trying to take that, purple buff, but not enough because Electrifying Beat deals a lot of damage. And here comes the dashing coming in from the Leonin once again. Just gonna be used to clear this mid lane wave of the mid lane tier 1. Oh, traded off with Max, traded off this tier 1 on the bot side. Quite a good call.
I feel like Zeppelin they have come back from that previous disadvantage that they had. They lost so many members, but after the previous fight they caught up with Time Slip, and now they're counter pushing, and they already took down 1 turret from the bot side. On the other hand, Time Slip still with 0 turrets. They've not taken down any turrets from the side of Zeppelin there. So Zeppelin here, they have more advantage on the objective. But then again, look at the Phobias, with the Dark Wave and that Infernal Pursuit, just gonna be spamming those kills.
Yeah, very much true, right? I mean, for now, it's just... Oh, that's a good hook coming in. Sanji getting caught. Lots of bursting coming up, and that bomb will be done to take him down. And no Sanji means 1v1 against the jungler. Once again on bot side, but it's gonna be to the side of Zeppelin as Heartfight grabs it all for himself. Magic defense, magic attack along with a physical attack. You know how that turns out, right? And with that being said, that's gonna be 2 deaths from the Time Slip, but Zeppelin are looking healthy.
Zeppelin are definitely looking healthy, and the turtle is gonna be spawning in about 15 seconds here. So they can, actually contest with this turtle because 5 members are already in the mid lane, and they're gonna take another outer turret here. And it seems like there's gonna be...
Purification of the Tsunami Slam. Good call by Max. That's gonna prevent your Max from getting killed, which Zeppelin wants actually on their hands. And that is gonna be a free turtle soup to the side of Zeppelin once again. These Zeppelins, they sound like goblins, but they are very, very clever when it comes to plays.
They definitely are. And man, we just, need to take a moment and check the items here because, man, I'm really curious about the items because look at that. If you take a look at...
Coming up, and that's a Spiral getting King Bow. Max is gonna get that shut down. We're looking at the items, but a lot of stuff happening right there. It was Grim Bastion executing a perfect Iron Hook. And yes, once you can take it on again.
Yeah, man, Bolty, we were, just yapping about on and on how much crowd control Time Slip have and how much, they can disrupt the suppression. But boy, did this guy surprise me. Grim Bastion, with the first item as Winter Crown. No wonder the suppression was unstoppable all this time around. And man, that is just working wonders for them because it's actually working despite him not being tanky enough. He just knows when to go in, when to hook someone, and just pop up the suppression and Winter Crown.
Yeah, the problem about Time Slip though, even though they have those counter drafts where you can just counter your heroes, but the problem is they don't really have. Oh, never mind yet. This is gonna be a tsunami slam taken down by Hard 5 gets taken out. Shut down for Sanzi. And once again, Max also trading out that tier 2 in the bot lane. He's gonna come back and kind of rotate. This is where possible Savage coming in, but no. 5 members against 1 is gonna be too hard. But like I've said, time slip, they don't really have that solid, tanky, hero to kind of sustain all. But it's just that a Badang, even though he's a good initiator, he's not a perfect initiator. That's why to tank out all the damage. Even a Kalia is just like a one, pick off one again. I mean, here comes an Infernal Pursuit coming in. That's gonna be a Tsunami Slam, not used just yet, but the Fizz Break gonna be coming up. But there comes the back line. It's gonna be Dead Ling getting taken out, but more Infernal Pursuits coming up. But Spiral's taking out the Grim Bastion, and also Death Bomb gets taken out over there. It's just the Harriet gonna go hams and boys, but it recalls up. But there's gonna be a kill from Jay, just taking out 1-2, and that's gonna be 2-2 trade from both sides. Just in for Zeppelin to finally have the Lord all for themselves, because a jungler is left to the side of Time Slip, and yes, they secure it for this push.
Man, Zeppelin are definitely on the advantage here because despite them losing members there, they still managed to secure the lot, and they are still on the goal lead. Because if you take a look at the goal, they have about 4K goal lead, which is quite decent. And yeah, talking about the items though, let's take a look at it. The joy there, because our guy hard fight, he has already all the core items on the joy, and the burst
Yeah.
damage that will be coming up from that electrifying beat will be quite overwhelming for the side of Timesip, because they do not have much magic defense. So that's gonna hit really hard for them, even from the Sicilian. And man, this 1-1 is definitely going for the crit build here, because she has picked up the Hasclaw as well as the Windtalker. So pretty wise decision here, considering it's a Hadit. You really need that lifesteal to, sustain against those chrono dashes as well. I feel like if he picks up even a rose gold meteor here, it's gonna add up a really sweet defense, attack speed, and lifesteal as well.
Yeah, that's true, but that seizing machine on top side is done for. But those are just used to take out the holy grail of these inhibitors. So that is good for Zeppelin, actually, because taking out that one, it's a breeze for them to slowly chip down the inhibitors now. And look
Yep.
at the items so far, nothing much happening, just gonna be some poking games once again to the side of Time Slip. They can only hope for the best, but they didn't even take out a single turret on the other side. But here comes the initiation made by Jay once again, but both sides, they're really looking for this Iron Hook, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, this time around, I feel like Zeppelin should take it a bit slow, not to rush, for ending the game. If they can, possibly get a hook, they can pick out someone. But if not, then G better stay back for a while and wait out for the Lord or any lost lamb, because they can just scam in the bush. They have the high advantage and just make use of that. Yeah. So yeah, look at that though. The Badang always on the front, chipping down so much. Getting chipped down his HP from that Sicilian's bad impact.
Yeah, Zeppelin are looking for initiation left to right. Here comes the ultimate Fiesta once again, but it's gonna be Grim Bastion finally biting the dust. Shanji getting taken out, but 2 is dead on the side of Time Slip. But more,
Max,
Jay is
Max.
still preserving this one, but that's gonna be Max here getting the double. 3 deaths to the side of Time Slip, traded out with just 1 death on the side of Zeppelin. Looking very, very nice for the side of Zeppelin, because right now they don't, I mean, they have missed to kind of defend those coming waves, but for now it's just gonna be a Senju looking for a steal. But can he really do it? Because it's gonna be a very hard one.
I feel like it's gonna be really hard for time slip now, because the lot is spawning in about 5 seconds here. And yeah, look at Zeppelin. They're just already making those pushes. They're just clearing the minion to create extra problem for the side of time slip, so they have to clear it out before they come for the Lord fight.
Oh, there is initiation once again. Jay is gonna use the Infernal Pursuit, zoning the entirety of Time Slip for now, just to get that. Oh, this time though, no glowing one is gonna steal that Lord. Am I right once?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that thing got clipped. If this time around it was another steal, that would be another clip there. So yeah, nothing much though. But yeah, it is a lot for the side of Zeppelin, and Zeppelin will be, doing a lot of counter push with this lot. They can maybe take a few inhibitors or possibly end the game as well. We never know. But yeah, it feels like Timesub are not ready to give up just yet. They're gonna try their best to hold out and yeah, try to win the game here because yeah, they've been holding on really well against Zeppelin as well.
Yep, that's very true. But another seizing machine on top side, walking down slowly for the inevitable dash that Timeslip are gonna be suffering. Lots of debris on the making as well. But Jay
Oh,
is gonna be
spot
one to
A.
make that initiation once again. But there comes a tsunami slam, not connecting just yet. But no tsunami slam, but it's gonna be a missed iron hook as well. Enough time for Zeppelin to kind of reconsider. So for now, that's gonna be, I'm pretty sure, a successful dash, and it's an inhibitor down in the mid side. And Zeppelin are looking good for now. It seems like top side though, the Lord is quite healthy, not quite yet getting melted down. It's gonna be Max looking for an angle to finally tack in that crossbow of Tan. Hopefully get that maniac for himself. But for now, that's gonna be all the inhibitors down to the side of Time Slip. What can they do? They need to play with time over here. Time is the essence for them. But it seems like the first initiation coming
Oh,
up, that's actually a good tsunami slam. Take out Jay. Dunce will be the one to take him down. And a shutdown, of course. Extra goal for the time slip. They hold it out for now, but at the cost of 3 inhibitors. But can they hold out for long? That's the real
mm,
question here.
yeah. I mean, they can, hold it for a while because if we, talk about the items there, I feel like by this time around, the Harrod has definitely all the core items that he needs. So let us just go ahead and take a look at the items because I really want to see if the Harrod has made it to his core
Oh,
item.
whoa.
He has, but yeah, Balti, look at that. A
What just
lot of
happened?
engage.
Spiral getting taken out. That is a Spiral out of position, I should say. Or did he get hooked because I was just taking a sip of my mango juice? So not not quite know yet, but it's gonna be the in terms of gold difference now. It's 9k, but still, it seems like the Timeslip are looking for something to work on their items as well. But most likely on the side, we have 12k, 12k on both the jungler and the 1-1. So it's looking good for the side of Zeppelin, I should say.
I feel like if Zeppelin they extend the game too much, it's gonna be a little risky as well for them because it's a Harrod that we're talking about, and if the Harrod, he's given the space to dash on that Zaman force, he can be really lethal. He can take down the members of Zeppelin really fast, especially mages like Sicilian who are quite squishy even with the bad fees. I don't feel like he can sustain the amount of damage that the Harrod will be dishing out. But yeah, it is just gonna be Zeppelin with another lot, and yeah, Time Sip won't even have a chance to contest it because the amount of damage that the Sicilian has on that bad impact is just absolutely crazy. I feel like one bad impact is triggering 2 to 3 butterflies, and these butterflies they might be small, but they hit really hard because they deal about 8% of your, uh, you know, current HP. So 8% is a huge amount, and 2 butterflies are like 16% HP. Yep,
Oh,
they definitely have to look out for that. But it seems like there's been an accidental pause from the side of the referee there.
yeah, accidental pause, but it's not accidental. This Lord is gonna be dealing damage to this crystal of time slip. The Lord is very healthy here. He's gonna go get that first hit in there. The tsunami slam connects on the backside. That's gonna be Jay falling, but not quite because the winter crown is there. Instead, Jay pops in. Spiral for spiral. It's gonna be 3 deaths to the side of time slip, and this is over, ladies and gentlemen. Zeppelin will take the lead to the quarters and hope for the total domination coming up.
Man, that was a thrilling game, don't you think, Balti?
Very, very thrilling. Yes. What about
Yeah,
you,
I
Wans?
mean,
Like, what do you think? Like the problem of Zeppelin? Like, are they playing too conservative, or is it just that they are lacking that? What I've said before, that that tanky boy that they need to sustain out the damage.
oh, I definitely agree with you because, yeah, it is a Badang that we're talking about. He's not a full tank. He's a fighter. At the end of the day, he does not have those, growth, defense growth, because he's a fighter. And as for the Kalia, she is a support fighter, not the best tank, not the best support, and could have been better picks, when it comes to the
Yeah.
roaming side, because you could have taken anti-dash hero such as Minsitter as well. Could have worked really well against the 1-1 and the Joy. But yeah, the Kalia was already picked, and yeah, Zeppelin on the other hand, they made sure, like they came up with a pretty unique picks there, and I feel like the 1-1 did pretty well because she was just not getting caught by that link. The link couldn't do much about the 1-1, and that is the main problem because you need assassins that can pin down the marksman, delay their farm as much as possible, and create a gap between your goal lane and their goal lane, so your has the advantage. And that was the complete opposite. The 1-1 had the advantage over the Harrod, and that led to the ultimate consequence of the game because the 1-1 was snowballed, had all the items in the late game, whereas the Harrod with merely 4 items couldn't do much. And the Franco, man, a big trouble for the side of Time Sub as well, because that Winter Crown in the early phase and the mid game was an absolute goal. It did so much for the side of Zeppelin as well because the suppression was just uncancelable.
Yeah, very much true. And the fact that, the time slip, they managed to miss those dawning light to shut down the 1-1 like twice. So that
Yeah.
kind of contributes that the 1-1 is still going to have the goal, but, missing any minutes of the farming, the lanes that's going to be coming. Even though Harriet could have won there, but it did take out a 1-1 ultimately. So it kind of led to the downfall and the 1-1. Hopefully getting those items and finally shredding everybody. And that's it, guys. That is how you play a 1-1, I should say. And it's going to be, once again, Zeppelin taking the lead to the quarters for this round of 16. But the next match is going to be coming up against Megatron Esports versus Inferno. Two actually good teams, because I'm pretty sure Inferno ended Anarchy, which is supposed to be previous members of Eliminators. So this is going to be quite a match you guys won't want to miss. But the giveaway also is still going on. And anybody who can speak the most there, I'm pretty sure Nightbot is going to pick you. And hopefully you'll get yourself those 50 sweet diamonds. So with that being said, it's going to be me, Volty, and Sigma once again signing off. But this time around, you might see me still. But as for Sigma once, I guess it's going to be goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, guys.
wisely and crush those responsible.
My will is strong.
Top of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the True Internationals Season 2 Indian Qualifiers. As we're approaching this round of 16 once again, day number 2, this time around, match number 3 of tonight against Megatron Esports representing Assam versus the Inferno representing the depths of hell. I'm pretty sure because I don't know these guys. So, but what I know is Debbie have joined us once again for the cup of tea once again. So how's it go, Debbie?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good, and after, after you guys do it once, I don't
Yep.
really wanna. Never mind, I'm not gonna say it.
Don't start, Debbie. Don't start.
No, okay. Lightning Bolty. Yeah, that was it. But you know what? I'm really excited to see the cast this game because Megatron. I haven't even casted their games, and they are one of the teams that I have my eye on. Like they are really, trying to sign on even in different tournaments. They have been
Yeah.
performing really well. So I want to see what they will put out here in this tournament because in this situation they have to go in, they have to move forward, they want to win this game, and I think they are ready for it as well.
Yeah, and Megatron is not only an esport organization that focuses on Mobile Legends. I'm pretty sure they even have a team for BGMI and different sorts of. So it's actually like, let's say, a pretty decent Assamese organization. So we're having lots of hope for them. I'm pretty sure their founder as well is pretty supportive because last time when they were playing and they won the match, I'm pretty sure their manager or their founder uploaded a status of him cheering on his team. So that's actually a good thing that even an honor can do that. But keeping that aside, drafting phase, here we go. This time, first pick the side of Megatron Esports. What are they gonna cook up? Is it gonna be the simple bans, or are they going for the respect ban? Because I'm pretty sure Inferno needs to be respected because they already kicked out Anarchy.
Yeah, energy. If we say upset, it's not gonna be the best choice of words, right? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's really interesting if they can beat out, kicked away energy from this tournament. Which it means that there are not someone who's you're gonna be messing with, right? So I think Megatron Esports they might try to go for the respect band as well because Inferno they haven't been that much known. But like you mentioned, Energy is one of a good team if not one of the best. So I think if they can beat them, they are nothing less. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what they can come up with. So Megatron Esports, first brand, Fanny. Always Fanny.
Yeah, Fanny. You just don't want to see a Fanny in this kind of tournament, especially on the lower brackets like this round of 16, because the Fanny can pop off because it can usually be a double-edged sword. But early game to mid game, very strong potential. It's usually this time you could get caught, and hopefully they end it during like the 1 to 15 minutes mark. So you wanna completely shut down that potential of whoever picks that Fanny. But this time around, once again, basic Baxia here coming up again. Okay, Debbie, you've been casting more matches than me. Is this Baxia really that impactful?
Yep, definitely is. If it is also good into the hands of the user that doesn't really use the Buxa, aka me, it just means that it's good, right? And you know what? One thing for sure is that the Baxia have 100% attendance in this tournament so far. It's always banned, it's always picked, never completely ignored. So it's never left open. So this is one fact to mention too. Even the Fanny has been ignored once. That's kind of good, but the Boxer hasn't been. So this just means that he is so up in the meta because of his 3 lane flex potential as well. So I understand why whenever you are onto the red side, just ban out the Boxer. You do not wanna have those choice paralysis when the Boxer is already given away. So I think it's very understandable. But then again, we cannot forget that Zeus is taken away here for the side of Megatron Esports. But I still think that the mate in particular has a lot of counter, a lot of ways to be counter, right? So I do not understand why they are banning it in the first place, unless they go for the tanky jungle, right?
Yeah, that's also very true, but it seems like they're trying to go for that tanky jungle, hopefully. Megatron Esports, maybe they're very comfortable with those utility jungles, but or it's just that they are afraid of Ray. Yeah, in general.
Oh, okay. Ray. You know what? This hero is very good, but then again, we cannot. Oh, we always have the thought, the mindset to see these heroes using together with Ray, right? So it just don't
Yeah.
go away like blade armor and wands. Never mind, because for Inferno, they go for the Matilda, very solid choice. The potential combination taken away, but the Selena already appearing to the first place, which is gonna be giving away one Dominator into the lane. It's also a comfort, right, for Megatron Esports
Yep.
to go for this Cat Boy, the Harris.
Catboy. Okay. Maybe Debbie have a little bit of a new fetish unlocked for Debbie, I'd say.
No.
Yeah, I'll just put it out there because I don't know why. Maybe Debbie is into furries. But anyways, Inferno on the other hand, they're looking for something that can counter a Catboy, and of course, it's gonna be the phobias. Or usually during ranked games, they like to pick Minzitar, but Minzitar is kind of invalid in tournaments. But that is a better alternative. Have lots of damage, and the zoning capabilities. But for a Harriet, a Beatrix. Wow. You think this Beatrix will work?
You know, in special occasions, why I
Yeah.
mention special is that the situation where the marksmen are shut down, you have to
Yep.
go for the Beatrix as the last option, not the first. So I think it's too early for the side of Inferno to go for. But I get the idea, right? Because the Beatrix can have a good clearance. You do not win the lane, you do not lose the lanes either. You just have the potential to be clearing it much better and rotate. So the scaling is also better than any kind of heroes that is into the marksman side. So I think Matrix is understandable, but it's also going to be very easily countered. That like we can see now, the Badang is already picked away. A highly immobile hero like the Beatrix, who is always gonna be picking up the flicker. You can have that heavy crowd control onto your side to shut her down. So I think Inferno they revealed their cards too early. They could have gone for a little bit of a flex onto their side, like the Gatot was also there. There are so many choices they could have went for, even the Hylos. But very understandable here. The Hayabusa being picked away. What do you think?
Picked away for a Hayabusa. I mean, of course, usually the Haya can kind of destroy the Harrier back lines. And yes, they're going to be looking for those back line assassination because the front line is already thick enough. That's going to be a Badang and an X-Borg. But I think I know why Inferno decided to go for that Beatrix quite well. If I'm not wrong on my sources, this Beatrix player is a global player, a one-trick player. So yes, this is full comfort for their side. And usually like from Bloodless Crew, if I'm not mistaken, like there's a guy named Executor, and he's pretty very much comfortable to the 1-1. Just like that, maybe this Beatrix is also, or maybe he just wanna cosplay Ito's favorite hero. So yeah. And look at that. Sicilian band coming up from Megatron, and also wow, yeah, this hero is actually rising the ranks. That's gonna be a chip.
Yeah, even in the tournaments, right? Because this time around, I think just because he is able to use the portals wherever he go, not to stand onto that particular position, it's just made it much more worth it. And I think this is also the reason why Inferno will have to take it away, because the pressure that that it give into all over the map, it's just too uncounterable most of the time. So I think it's very understandable why they are taking it away. Meanwhile, for the side of Megatron Esports, I think they're just respecting this Sicilian ban, because if they go to the late game, it's kind of a makes sense why the Sicilian is gonna be picked away again. And if you have a good clearance marksman into the goal, it might be they're trying to set up for something late gamey into the mid lane as well. So this is a good read coming out from the side of Megatron here. And I think it's also they also do have one more hero to ban away. Maybe something tankier. Oh wait, it's actually the Kimi.
Kimi being banned, so that's no more mid lane Kimi. I mean, I'm aware of how much damage a mid lane Kimi can do on the mid side, because her entire kit is just rotating, and also attacking with the way you're moving. So it kind of makes sense why a mid lane Kimi is also very effective in terms of rotation. So as of now, Inferno picking out that Gatot Kacha. I mean, I don't exactly. Maybe they're looking for Megatron's jungle export. That's why they take out that. Somebody that can stop the Beatrix on backline. Maybe that's also why. But they're going for something on the roam that is the pickoffs. Huh.
I really like a Cho and a Beatrix combination, or even the carry, right? But in this scenario, we have the Beatrix, so a direct pick off. But then again, you really want to pick out the Cho when there is a hero into the marksman side that doesn't have a purify, right? But now they already got the Harry for the side of Megatron here, so the Harry is definitely going to be going for the purify. So he have to always be waiting for the right timing to try to get the way of the dragon onto the right members. And then again, here appears from Megatron. They have the Farsa, who also doesn't need to go for the flicker because he already have a built-in mobility with the wings by wings. So he will pick out the Purify again. So the Cho, I think he's gonna be very calculative. But then again, it's a very ballsy, for Megatron Esports to go for the Farsa where there is already the Hayabusa available. So I think it's like saying just show us what you can do. I'm gonna be picking out a hero that you can counter, right?
Yeah, but look at that pick from Inferno. A year for a Farsa. In terms of
what?
burst, Farsa kind of burst out more, but maybe they're looking for something they can play around with the real world manipulation. But in
Mhm.
terms of that, I mean, the Wrath of the Dire, that's going to be coming from the Belleric. Actually, this Belleric pick also is quite interesting, I should say, the side of
Yeah.
Megatron. This kind of drafting is very unusual, I should say. So it all comes down to execution on my side.
I think if the Belleric goes for the flicker, he can be able to go for the more of a perfect sets or card control. But then again, I have a little bit of a. I do not really like the Eve pick here for the side of Inferno because, like you mentioned, the first outruns the Eve, and even the Zaman Force, the Harris is always gonna be
Yeah.
disrupting. He's not gonna be inside the real manipulation most of the time, so this is gonna be a very mechanically dependent for the side of Inferno.
Yeah, that's true. But mechanical wise, we're back in the land of Dawn. It's up against Megatron Esports. And yes, Transformers are usually mechanical stuff. So it's going to be red side. They have Samus Prides onto the blue. But it's going to be Inferno on the red once again. But this time around, Debbie is going to take lead and explain much more.
Yeah, I think I cannot stress this enough. But in the mid lane composition, I really like the Farsa much better than the Eve. Also because of the current potential that the Farsa have. Because if you focus onto that, the mid lane prior is gonna be much better for the side of Megatron. So definitely, if you have a high clearance ability into the mid side, you're gonna be securing the Lethal Wanderer. You're gonna be having no problem in rotating all over the map. But I think Inferno they do have game plan for their side as well because their strategy is gonna be it might be working mid to late game.
Yeah, very much. But it's the first, fight that's going to be coming. And yes, of course, the first blood for
Oh.
Lens on the side of Inferno. Megatron losing their tree there. Talk about deforestation. And yes, they
Mm-hmm.
get the first blood and some gold on their hands.
Yep, the first blood and a goal for the side of Inferno. So this is gonna be a good start for them. And the Hayabusa, if the Hayabusa had gotten the kill right there, it would have
Yeah.
been good. But 1v1 onto the bot lane.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, this seems like the Zoro is in trouble. Actually, they're committing to this one. Yes,
Whoa!
last insanity. Raren bursting out Inferno's Zora. And once again, here comes the little bit of a Chow Boy once again. And also, oh, wait. There's actually a nice cancel coming up from the Fister. And yes, for now, it's going to be, I'm pretty sure the Hayabusa are running away. But this here comes a chase for the Chow. A chase for the Chow main, I should say. Because Megatron Esports are actually very hungry, but it seems like Rompom almost getting taken out over here instead. But it seems like there's going to be a blast coming up, and Raren gets it all.
Wow.
I thought Raren was actually a one-trick Baxia player, but no, this time around, he's going to be that one-trick Xborg. And yes, takes out already 3 kills on the hands of Raren, I'm pretty sure. And yes, looking for a turtle, or maybe if Kensier can steal this turtle would be nice, but no, not enough. Quad Shadow, and that's the first turtle to the side of Megatron.
Actually, it's really, really good for the side of Megatron to have the Xbox here because he's in Burns, right? He does have the Farraga armor most of the time, and the set of kill might not eventually work most of the time. So I really liked it, but looking at the rotation up on top, a Custer, I think he might try to set for something. No flicker for the throw just yet. Not even the way of the dragon, so they might not be trying to look for a set or something like that. And I think even Megatron as esports, they understand this. They're not trying to go for the counter plays.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's gonna be a coal crab to the hands of Lens once again. But this time we are seeing 2 members of Megatron rotating onto the top side. It seems like there's gonna be a fight here, and it seems like this show is trying to check the boost. A bit of Jeet Kundo there, not much, but of course RD Templar with that Wrath of the Dire, and here comes Raren with that electrocuting Tesla Maniac and gets the kill onto the Chow main. And for now, Lens is kind of in trouble. He can't do much. 4 members of Megatron just crowning up on this guy. Forces out the Nibiru's passion to clear the lanes, but it's not going to be enough as everybody's going to fall towards. But it's going to be the Farsa taking the kill on towards the Beatrix. And that is 5 kills to the hands of Assam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe
And
more over here.
oh wait, maybe because
Oh
in
no,
front.
Yif is in trouble. Stayed for a little too long. I'm pretty sure last insanity going to be clapping again, but it's going to be secure coming from the Farsa. Here comes more shutdown onto the hands of the Chow main once again. And for now, Megatron lost 1, but they still have it in them.
I think this is a favorable trade for the side of Megatron still, because they, even though they lose out their jungle, he's been farmed up quite well, and they did manage to take out the gold lane onto the top lane as well. So this is gonna be a good start for them as well, because if we focus onto the gold laner, actually the lead was into the hands of Lance onto the Beatrix, so they needed to kill him already. So I think even Brandon is actually catching up to the goal that he has lost, but right now the turtle is already gonna be up. And oh, interesting choice of build here for the Beatrix. First build Sea Halberd. Oh, he doesn't want any kind of heals, right?
Yeah, very much. But here comes Infernal Pursuit as well. But the nukes coming in for the first. Too much nukes. Raren gets that turtle once again. RWN being used, but it's too much. The final insanity for Raren and takes out the Yiv. That is 2 deaths along with a free turtle to the hands of Assam Megatron Esports. And more are going to be fisting around here. But that's actually a shadow kill being used, and also being used defensively and evasively to the hands of Inferno's jungler. And once again, Megatron Esports looking good. No turret straight so far, but in terms of kill, they have the lead and also the goal lead.
Yeah, definitely a good one. Megaton Esports all with a game with so much profit at this point. And I do not know what Inferno are gonna be doing now, because the only win con I can see is the Beatrix warming up, and even then it's gonna be so hard because the pressure coming out of the first coming out from the Harry is too much for them to handle. Up on top lane though, there might be something.
Theodore Ear Strike coming once again, but almost the flicker being used, but it seems like there's gonna be 2-1 over in the bot side, and yes, they take out the Phobias. That is Raren already onto 6-1-3, and more is gonna be happening here. That comes the kick, the Way of the Dragon on towards Brendan. Brendan gets taken out once again, but that's a Quasar D Templar for now. He's gonna be living, but losing a Brendan. That's gonna be a lot of gold to the side of Inferno.
Yep, and then again, oh, look at another
Oh.
dive. Might be ethical of a, yeah, never mind. But yep, that has to be a good poke coming in for the Hayabusa here. I think he might be caught up here.
Better airstrike, gonna be connecting.
Oh!
Finally, the quad shadow to dodge everything. But here comes the RWM. This is a very misplaced coming in. Peek-a-boo, more like you get peeked-a-boo by the side of Inferno. Talk about surprise plays, but it's not enough. But that is another first loss. But Megatron, slowly they're moving members. I just hope they don't lose their momentum, though.
That's actually true, because they have such a good momentum to the first part of the 5 minutes of the game, and I think they have to stick to that. And if they keep on doing stuff like this, they might eventually lose out the goal lead that they have. So this turtle is going to be definitely important for both of these teams. Inferno, because they want to equalize onto the goal, and for Megatron, because they want to have that snowball that they build up to stick, so that they will be able to win and take this game. But look at the zone potential coming out from the far side here. It was actually good. It's not really a waste if you're zoning out, right? So I think Megatron, they are just trying to finally be able to discipline themselves.
Yeah, oh, there's gonna be more. Wrath of Dire being used again. Quasar, RWM being caught over here, but that's a Raren shutting down. Killing spree for the X-Borg Maniac once again. But here comes the fisting. More fisting coming up as well, but it seems like the Fister himself looking in trouble, or maybe the Jeet Kune Do being used, and that's why. That's the Chow living. Kens once again try to be using for that shadow kill, but not enough. That's Romcom getting killed by Lens. Another free goal to the side of Inferno, but they traded out with that tier 1 and tier 1 bot lane. So in terms of push wise, Megatron still got it.
Yeah, I think Megatrons, they are finally back to their footing again. And I sound like a very broken record at this one. The Eve hasn't been really working out. Oh no, because the Louis was still also available. If they could have went for it, it could have been less vulnerable for the into the onslaught coming out from this side of Megatron here. So I think it's definitely something of a mid gap. Wait, it's not really a gap. The hero gap. Yeah, that's more like it. Already. Okay.
Raren in trouble. Loses his Spiraga armor, but still he has just a single life more. But the Quad Shadow will be the one to shut him down this time around. And Ken's get the shut down. A lot of gold, but Brendan on the other hand taking out that Phobias once again. And for now, it's going to be a 1-to-1 trade on both sides. But in terms of trade, I'm pretty sure Inferno got it because they take out that jungler. But for now, Ken's, what can he do? Is he look for more? But there's poke coming in. Romcom has to force out that fist break to save himself.
Yeah, I think you know, the thing that I'm pretty shocked is that the Beatrix is still catching up to the goal that they were losing out when they had lost so much when she was ganked most of the time. Already building out on to that malefic gun. Second item, it's weird and interesting choice. You could have gone for the BOD first, so that's so as to deal the amount of damage that the Beatrix usually require. Because when you have the BOD, the clearance is very perfect and you're set to go. But we cannot forget that the Harriet is gonna be building out to the Holy Crystal, and when he have that, Megatron will be on a rampage again. But right now, the Lord will be blitzed down. No contest for Inferno.
Contest, or maybe there will be a steal, but no. Raren secures that. Close all the packages over here. The Fister comes again. That's gonna be Romcom. But Brendan, on the other hand, takes the kill. The Hayabusa dead. And now Inferno losing their jungler means retreat and, prepare for this onslaught. That's the Lord's gonna be coming, because bot side, I'm pretty sure, can they defend this tier 2? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's really gonna be hard because the set potential coming out from the side of Megatron is too much for Inferno to handle, because the only frontliner that they have, the Phobias, hasn't been able to do anything because it's also dependent on the hero, right? Because when you have a Phobias, you wanna be ahead as much as possible onto the goal,
Oh,
onto the kill.
weight of the dragon being used, but Brandon actually
Oh.
clever, forcing out the flicker at the same time. But here comes the raging infernal pursuit. But Zoro, not enough. That tier 2 down. It's gonna be another inhibitor in the bot side, but no. But the Holy Grail is still there, gonna be used, and every Grail is spent for the top. But that's gonna be one death to the side of Zoro, maybe more. Here comes the Feather Airstrike being used to zone out. RWN at the perfect position to stop and slow down the wrath of Megatron Esports. But those enhanced minions, I'm pretty worried that here comes that immobilization comes again. But for now, this show can put in a Way of the Dragon. That's why they couldn't do much. Here comes the fisting coming in. It's gonna be the Ken's almost taken down.
Yep, that was pretty close, but he does have the quad shadow to walk away from that. And I think Megatron, they have to be back to the very disciplined style they are going for right now, because they took what they can for. They took the inhibitors that they needed. Okay,
Raren still having at least 3 lives at this point, or maybe not. But yes,
3
of
lives.
course. Yeah, immortality, right? If you have immortality, you're still in safe hands, but after the immortality pops, that's when it gets tired, and maybe you can just, move back. But look at the items so far, Debbie. Look at Raren's item. I mean, for sure, I know that the Warex is good. The Brute Force, I mean, usually being used for the, later phases. They usually take, like, the, I don't know, Glowing Queen, but think about the Brute.
Yeah, I think the Brood is, just because of the stacks that it have, it provides a lot more defenses items. And one thing I talk about is that the lack of magic damage coming out from the side of Inferno is what he recognized. So he doesn't even care to go for the Athena seal, right? The only threat has to be the Beatrix, either the Beatrix or the Hayabusa. Even then, like you mentioned, he have approximately 3 lives with the immortality as well. So this guy is gonna be unkillable, and not and any amount of magic damage is gonna be killing him at this point. So I think it's a great item try. But look at the dive, maybe something.
Ken's try to look for, shutting down the first but he's just a Hayabusa, and in the midst of the Megatron Esports, not much is gonna happen even with the shadow kill. But for now, it seems like Raren picking up that Twilight armor. Actually quite an interesting pick. I rarely see Xborg using Twilight armors.
Yeah, I think it's just a free will of the Flicker.
Flicker being used by the Feathered Airstriker. But for now, that's going to be a wasted flicker, I'm pretty sure. But as long as you get the safety, you don't, feed. And that's pretty good. And also, I'm pretty sure it's going to be another Lord to the hands of Megatron for inhibitor, destruction.
Yep. And I think, one thing I usually see is when you see a troll, right, you usually want to go for the purify. So Brandon just going for the flicker just means that he's just showing ego, right? And it's just working out, because even with the kicks he wasn't melted down. So I think at this point just gonna be hurting a lot now if we forget Raren here. And if the Harriets have the chance to go in, he's gonna be melting everybody. Holy Crystal and the penetration, the Divine Glaive already, but Lord marching down onto the mid lane.
Yep, RWM also. Rafazai connecting for more, but the RWM being cancelled here. We're seeing a Jeet Kune Do towards the hands of Yif for some reason. Here comes the Federal Airstrike to finally blow down that Yif. And more is going to get taken out. Zova, on the other hand, gets taken out by Raren. Here comes Kenzo to shut down for Romcom, but Brendan, on the other hand, gets that killing spree. 3 deaths to the side of Inferno as Megatron looking strong, looking for that 4 kill. They get it by Brendan. Double kill for him. Lands too late, and that is the Crystal Lock for Assam. And yes, with that, they're going to move to the quarters. Quite a gameplay, shutting down the Inferno that shut down the Anarchy. And yes, Megatron Esports, they finally, put up that fight to the expectations.
Yep, and I think it was a very, very clean gameplay coming out of them. They did throw a little bit, just a little bit, but, when you are throwing the game and have the way to try to come back, it's just that kind of mentality is also what you win games with. It doesn't always have to be dependent on the skill, because if you have the macro and the mentality as well, it's going to be working out really, really well for them. And Megatron showing what a good discipline is going to be, showing what their heroes can do. And, I think at one point also they doesn't care. Like you said, you were shocked to see the Twilight armor into Raren, right? I think it was just a free will at this point.
Yep.
He just don't want to die. And like I said, only the physical damage dealer was a threat to him. Not really the biggest threat, but he just had a lot of gold and he was just buying whatever.
Yeah, he's a rich guy, just flexing those items. Yeah, just blinging out, blinging out on those accessories. I'm pretty sure. But yes, actually a good, lots of insights being given up by Dead, but we're kind of running out on time, I'm pretty sure. So that's going to be match 3 concluded and into the hands of Megatron, moving to the next stage. Inferno, very strong, but maybe next time Season 3 can come back to contest for the Indian qualifiers in the True Internationals. And of course, our sponsor as well, NEXT G, Mobile Legends, and C3 that hosted this tournament. A big shout out and thank you to all of them for making this event work. And yes, the Indian qualifiers, anybody who represent India are going to be getting that sweet jersey. So having that high quality jersey straight from Mizoram to your doorstep is going to be something to work for. And top of that, 10K INR. So with that being said, guys, we're going to be hopping off for now. It's May, Bolty, and Debbie, or Debbie bracket ones, I should say, which is like a favorite version of Amy, I'm pretty sure, because that's what she said in the comments. So with that being said, we'll catch you guys for the 4th match. But the 4th match, though, I don't know. Debbie's still going to stay around. As for me, we will see. It's going to be Ascendria Ashelon versus Minimalist.
wisely and crush those responsible.
My will is strong.
All right,
Astaga.
ladies and gentlemen, we are back into your casting deck here again, and I'm sure you are gonna be seeing a new face onto the table because I won't be moving, but False JL is definitely gonna be with a lord in his name as well. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me here. It's a wonderful day to the last match with Queen Debbie here. I'm not a lord, but Queen is actually Queen is must be a Debbie. So
No,
how
I
so how
mean
about the
I
last
really
match,
like
Debbie? How about the last match? This last
yeah.
match, what do you think?
You know, the last events are always going to be the exciting one, right? Most of the time because we are going to be seeing some excellent packs again, and then most of the time it's really predictable who's going to be coming out on top. But these two teams have been making their names for themselves from the very start because if they are here, it means that they are not someone to be messed around with. So we'll never know who's gonna be the better one because we're gonna be jumping into the drafting phase here. We have two teams already onto the table: Ascendria Echeland versus minimalists who have made their names very very well known this time around, and I think we're going to be seeing much of a not a different kind of a draft again because I think they are also very familiar with the metas.
Yeah, I think they will do something about it, the meta, because we have two meta right now. Either it's assassin meta with Suyo, with Lynx, and with Hayabusa, or either they will go to the jungler meta, maybe with Baxia again, or maybe with Fredrin, or I don't know. Let's see what they are cooking here. They already been Kimi and Lucas. No more Kimi and no more Lucas. Debbie, what do you think?
Yeah, I think these days like the norm already. Ban the Kimi, ban the Lucas, ban or take the Badang. Wait, what was the one hero? Oh, even the Baxia. No, that's nothing new because these three heroes are definitely not gonna be opened anytime soon in any tournament so far because unless they are hit with some kind of nerve, this is gonna be the norm all the time. And I understand Ascendra Echelon, they do have the first pick, but them banning out the Kimi must mean that they want to contest the Baxia here. So I think it's very understandable.
Contest the Baxia. I don't think they will contest the Baxia. They will ban it. I think. Oh, no, actually,
Oh,
Fredrin, they will first ban them. Yeah, Fredrin with the heavy with the small CC, with the town and the knock up. It's very very annoying. If you play against Fredrin, but Fredrin is gone now. What are they are trying to do here in SLO in SLN side?
I don't really know because Fredrin is so early to be banned away here. Like you mentioned, I think if they do not want to contest for the Baxia, they could have really gone and banned it away too. So it's kind of putting us in a position where they're just trying to target the players on the side of minimalist here, and I think it could have been worth it as well. But oh, the second time already, the Selena being banned away into the first phase. Personally, I think the Selena is easily countered when there are so many heroes like the assassins that can be onto the opponent's side. So I guess minimalists they still do not want to risk it away, so they're banning away the Selena. So there are so many assassins still available, right? Because the Fanny is also completely ignored still.
I think the Selena ban is not about the meta. It's about the comfort pick from Echelon. Maybe they see how they say Echelon play because Selena is like a double-edged sword. If you are snowball and you're good, if you're not, then you're screw. And I think not all most of player not actually good at Selena, but I think in Echelon side they have a really Selena users there. And again,
Ah.
Debbie, Baxia ban.
There we go. We were waiting for it actually. They don't wanna play it, man. So too many tanky heroes ban away for the side of Ascendria at Talon here. But the minimalists though, they have another last ban for the first phase. Which poison are they gonna be picking? Will they let go for the assassins or they wanna ban away the flex potential heroes? Okay, there we go. The assassin is definitely the
Money.
one. So no Fanny, no. So will they first pick a support? I don't think a Florin can be first pick, right? Oh, Kalea actually very
Kale?
very solid.
Sakura in their side.
Sakura.
Healing,
Mm-hmm.
CC, and
Yeah.
what is it the name? What is it the name? Apa sih namanya ini? The initiation, healing CC and the initiation is there with the flick,
Well, it's
with the
also
second skill flickers, or the
yeah.
ultimate
Oh,
flicker or something like that. There is so many things that they can try. Actually, that's a good first pick from Echelon. And how minimalist is gonna respond here?
I want to know. I really want to know what they're going to be responding here with. Oh, 1-1 first pick? Really? I think the 1-1 always comes into the start phase, right? Like, I mean, not the third phase, but the third slot. Not on the first phase. I think they just want to go for the comfort here at this one. I think the Matilda is a very very safe choice. You can bring the Purify and not be threatened with the tsunamis then most of the time. But I also think that the built-in Purify coming out from the one is also worth it. But this early. When there are chances for Ascendra to go for a mate that can literally counter your one, like even the first one is still available. Oh, there we go. The Hayabusa also very dangerous for these two picks who are coming out from minimalist.
Yeah, early pick 1-1. Maybe they doesn't want to from Echelon to steal it. But again,
Mhm.
with the second steal with the petal of flowers, basically free purify for 1-1. So it's a safe pick. It's a safe pick
Mm.
for minimalistic. And Hayabusa, again, we know meta hero, either it will be ban away or it will be pick Badang. Hey, you know what Badang do. You know what Badang do.
Yeah, he does stuff to your assassin most of the time. And he won't be able to give you a wall and stun you constantly to it. And understandable. Oh, wait a minute. I think at this point, the minimalists they are playing with fire. Look at that. Already the Hayabusa is already appearing for the side of Ascendria, but they still wanna go for the Juicing when there's so much of a high mobility heroes onto the other side. Juicing does really well on a tanky, slow moving heroes, but I think it's just maybe it's a comfort. I do not understand what the pick is here.
Maybe it's a comfort pick, but we have Matilda now. Maybe to make Zuxin more much faster in rotation or something like that. Matilda is the answer, but
Mhm.
I don't think this Zuxin is a really good pick here. Especially against Hayabusa, and there's so many things that you can pick in mid lane. Maybe maybe you can go Parsha or something like that. Maybe you can go to Lui to make like a double, to make like a have very fast rotation. But yeah, I don't know what they are thinking here, but I think minimalist is just go for their counter pick.
Yeah, I think the first up and coming through for this side is very understandable, but still, I think I don't know. The kill pressure coming out from the side of Ascendra is too much for them to handle if they do not have the best potential into the early game. They're gonna be seriously needing the frontliners, and I think Ascendra also might even read this out. So they have to ban away the tanky heroes here. So the Fovians was the option that they go for, not much, because I think the composition that the Matilda brings to go with the Fovians is very understandable, very dangerous on top of that, and I think they knew this very well. But minimalist, what they do ban here is the Irisel. So they want a winning lane for the 1-1 steal.
One.
But there are a lot of options, right?
Mhm.
What will Ascendria ban though?
No, no,
Roamers?
maybe they go for
Oh wait,
Alpha
no.
because the pair of Matilda
Oh,
Alpha, right?
Alpha?
Matilda Alpha. Yeah. Oh no, Suyo.
Oh, that was
Suyo.
real that?
They not been Alpha. They been
You know,
Suyo.
they
Sasuke is
it's
gone.
real. Sasuke gone. I think. Wait. Maybe it has to be a target ban, right? Because there's no way Minimalist will go for the Suyo here in this composition. Because still for the side of Ascendria, they do have a choice to pick up the mates. It can be a very highly burstable mate too. So the Suyo is actually weak against magic damage hero. So I think it has to be a target ban. But for Minimalist though, they really need to go for that tanky frontliners. What are the choices? Will they go for the highlights here? I don't see any other options.
Yeah, because if they are not choosing like maybe a fighter jungler or with maybe like, oh, it's a good pick actually, but if they don't pick like a jungler with maybe like something like siapa nih namanya,
Rockfall.
Alpha or something like that, then it will be waste
Mhm.
you pick Hat Matilda here. because they all
Yeah,
in the minimalist side they already low on CC. They already low on CC. So
mm,
what are they
you're
cooking
right.
here?
It's it's kind of weird to not see any kind of frontliners when you are having a Matilda already. And I think the Hilda, he's much more of a free roaming hero, just going for the kills onto the backlines. But you're also going to be needing a hero that's tanky onto the jungle. And I think minimalists are yet to pick out the jungle still, so the options are still available. But the Harriet will be coming through for the side of Ascendria, Echelon, so it's gonna be a triple threat for them. Oh, again, the Novaria. Oh, reigns for reigns. It is.
It is. I think this Ascendra Celion draft is good, but I just don't expect Novaria will be picked here. It's actually look like an
Yeah.
MPL draft. You have Kalea, you have Hayabusa,
Yeah.
you have Badang, and you have Kelra. Oh no, Kelra. Sorry, no, not Kelra. Harit. And then you have
It's on.
Novaria. You have
Yeah,
Novaria.
man.
Yeah, it looks like MPL draft, but only Novaria is. I don't know what Novaria will did here, but Kaja.
Oh,
Kaja
Kyrie.
jungler. Kaja jungler
Kyrie.
Kairi.
Kyrie,
Oh,
let's
I
go.
see.
Oh,
Oh, interesting
great
draft by
queen, though they
minimalistic, but they can they do what Onyx do, Devi? What do you think?
are. you know, I really like a combination of a Gaza and a 1-1, right? Because the Divine Judgment, one hooks on one member, the suppression, and the crossbow of thing appears, and the airtime is gonna be counted from there. And I think Minimalist, very very ambitious with this draft, but still, how am I liking their draft? Because I kind of really like the Kaza pick here actually, because it can counter most of the heroes on the side of Ascendria, because the Hayabusa is there, the Eris, who is a hero that needs a lot of suppression.
The surprise pick is Kaja. Bro think he is Onyx, but yeah, let me see. Welcome to the land of down between Ascendra Echelon versus minimalistic. Yeah, and again, early rotation goes to the jungler.
Mm. Yeah, look at that. The 4 men into the buff for the side of Minimalist. They want to go for the fast clearance and control of the
Yeah, I think in this early game, the power of Zuxin is still there, even though Zuxin is we know that they have what is it? They have a debuff, not debuff. What is it? Nerf her very bad. But for the early, I think Zuxin is still good in the mid, and Novarias are gonna take sometimes to level up. And we see here in the jungle side when Hilda. Yeah, what did Hilda do? You just poking the Hayabusa. Oh yeah, I think our caster Debbie is out of their audio, out of her audio. So yeah, what is it? Pause. Okay, we are pausing here. I'm sorry for inconvenient. Yeah, I think our caster Debbie is having a sort of like what is it? The name? Sort of what is the name of trouble? Yeah, some of trouble with her audio. And what can we do here? We see Kalea, we see Hayabusa, we see Badang, we see Harit, we see Novaria against the Kairi, Kaja, and what is it? Hilda, Zuxin, Matilda, and One. So for the draft here, I prefer the Ascendria Echelon draft, but the minimalistic have their own surprise. They can do something about it. Maybe okay, game start again. So here we are again in the bottom lane. We see here there is some kind of, what is it? Oh, Badang is dead. Okay, Badang is dead. Wait, sorry guys. Hello, hello. Okay, okay. Now you see here, in the early rotation here, Kaja is going to get the turtle, and I think Hayabusa here cannot do something here because you see with the divine judgment, Kaja with divine judgments, Hayabusa will not have a chance to retreat battle. And yes, like what I said, the turtle is going to be the side of minimalistic with their Kaja jungler. And here we go. We see the rotation to the top, and we see there Harit. Harit, what are you doing, Harit? Open the Purify, Harit. Is it going to be the final day of Harit now? Divine Judgment is taking, and yes, Harit. Executor will be done. But here we go again. Here, team fight being, what is it? Team fight is coming up. But I think there's no threat here. Oh, the threat will be for Kalea. No, not the threat, but another another profit for minimalistic. Even though the draft is very weird to me, but the gameplay is the really matters here, because if you have like a real, maybe if you have like a good draft but the bad gameplay, the draft it will be waste too. So onto the item here, standard Harit with the early item, and then I'm just gonna focus on Kaja here because we see Kaja pick only on MPL ID. Only on MPL ID, and it used by Kyrie. So this is this Kaja will name him Kyrie. Okay, we'll name him Kyrie now for now. So this Kaja will be going for the magic damage. I think he's going for what is it, the Starlium side? And yeah, the early pressure being held by Hilda here. And what can Hilda do here? I don't know what can he do. Yeah, we see on the map here. Early aggression is coming up, and then you see the shadow kill is there. But yeah, Hayabusa taking out two members of the minimalistic, and yeah, the war is over just like that. And Ascendria Aceleron will get the better position to have the turtle here. And we'll just see Hilda. What are Hilda doing here? They are doing something here, but oh, Flicker is being pop out, but yeah, something like that. And Hayabusa taking the retribution, so on point, but 1-1 going to take, and Harit taking 1-1 again. One by one trade, but the war is still ongoing there. I think Hilda will be the next victim of the Badang, and then Badang still there. Badang, Nuna Kitty, Kyrie do something magical here. Last war, the war is so not very what is it, the name? Apa sih namanya? The war is not very not very neat, yeah, not very neat, but they get the point of the war. Aura Ascendria Ceylon is building up something here, even though they in the early they will. Oh, and then we see here, why not 1-1 second skill you're not using? Astaga. And then we see here Shadow Kill is being pop out, but nothing there, and the crossbow of Tang bursting the Kalea there. Wow. 1-1. Don't make 1-1 go online here, because yeah, who is gonna catch 1-1 here from the Ascendria Ascendant set? Minimalistic have their power in 1-1, so yeah. 1-1 it will be 1-1 will be the 1-1 will be the powerhouse of the minimalistic now. Yeah, and then we back again into the item. Like what I said, Starlium set, it will be the first item to the Kaja. And then the next item, I don't know, they will be choosing on. And then we can see on the Novaria set, glowing one. Very interesting. Glowing one. It's not going for the winter lightning transient actually. Is it support? Is it a support? I don't know. Yeah. Still, there will be a team fight there, and then Zawan Force is being pop out, and Hilda will be taken out just like that by the Ascendria Echelon and then minimalistic they need to do something about it because what? Barang is going to there with the initiation. And then in front of it, wow! 1-1 is online. Oh, this is Captain Spark speaking. But astaga, who Captain is maybe speaking. But again, the missile from Dracon is going to burst them out. And the turtle will be taken to Ascendria Echelon. How? 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 It's already it's already there, but yeah, the damage is not there. Still, in objective wise, here Ascendria Echelon is doing something good. But yeah, we will see in the next turtle. Oh no, not next turtle, but in the next lord, we'll be getting the next lord. Is it Ascendria Echelon or is it will be minimalistic? What do you think, Debbie? Are you here, Debbie? Come on, Debbie.
Sorry for dissing you in the middle 8 minutes of the game, but very interesting take at that 8-8. 1k goal, a little bit of a difference into the goal. It's actually 1.5k goal lead for the side of Ascendria, and I think like events, and I really see what they're gonna be going for. Oh, look at that Hayabusa.
What? Hayabusa? Oh, nice pick off from N3F.
Yep, that was a good one at that. And I think, Minimalist, they might be onto something here. Look at that dive coming in into the backline as well. Double down with the stun executor. Will be able to take the kill in April. Will be able to secure the bot lane tower here. All again for Ascendria at Talon. So the Onyx draft isn't really the Onyx draft here, I think, right?
Yeah, the Onyx draft is not Onyx. Bro think they are
Onyx
Onyx,
King.
but yeah. Bro think they
Onyx.
are Onyx, but hit by the reality. I don't know.
Yeah, they are in India, not the Indonesian, right? But bot lane though, the Sunny is there. Oh, double down with the fisting coming through onto the onslaught, onto the heal that as well. Will be taken away. Okay, that was actually very unfair. 4-1. Nah, minimalist. You might be able to take another one onto the mid lane though. The turret might be in trouble here. Executor will be able to secure it onto the top lane as well. That might be something. The Juicing, not much of a damage coming through. Mega kill for Dracoon onto that Novaria with the perfect snipe coming in. And look at the 1-1 into the picture as well. Another snipe! Double kill for the hands of the Novaria as well. The Shadow will not be landing, but the damage is there to deal with. But the guiding wind is there to have the 1-1 able to survive. Sparkling away with that sliver of XP.
I think from this mid game to the late game, the minimalistic is going to be down because they are lack of CC, they are lack of like heroes with the. Oh, wait, okay, what is this? Oh, what are you doing, Hilda?
What are you doing now? Okay, the damage is there, Kanea. Taken down by Executor. Hey, not much of a response coming out from the side of a minimalist here. But the Sakura is taken low, though. He might have to heal up with the passive as much as possible so as to drone away the potential threat coming out from the side of minimalist. If they want to go to try to contest onto the turtle, Nolan QT, though, he doesn't have the opening, so this is definitely gonna be a free turtle. The Indian Onyx draft isn't working out.
Yeah, as I said, they in the minimalist side they doesn't have heavy. They have very heavy CC, which only from Kaja, but anything from that is not
Yeah,
good. Anything from that is not good. They don't have any high ground mechanism. Only Zuxin can like wash them all. But yeah, Zuxin is the DPS, not burst hero. So he's not like can instant clear the lane.
yeah, but look at that. The Tsunami Flame on the blue side as well. Look at the demand for us popping in. Executor with the damage, but Nem will be able to take a kill. Monster kill for Executor as well to the Harris, but Max will be able to secure another kill. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. And wiped out for Ascendria at Challenge against Minimalist. The lore is marching down onto the bot lane. There is no one, absolutely nobody home into the hands of Minimalist and the turtle. No, not the turtle, the Lord. We'll be focusing onto the base and Ascendria chilling with the win.
I think stop the Onyx draft, please.
Stop the Anitra.
Stop the anecdote. It's only work for Onyx, even though there's an interview with Sujin that said, Sujin, will you use what is it, the Kaja jungler, and he just said
No.
it's only Onyx thing. No, we don't follow that. We don't follow that.
Only Onyx can do it, guys.
Only
Only Onyx. Don't get Kyrie. They're also Kyrie, right?
They
Only
also
Kyrie. I
Kyrie.
don't think
Only
anyone wants to
Kyrie.
play it.
Yeah,
Only Kyrie.
astaga. And
They're
then yeah,
Indonesian.
both of them have a good, really good fight. Especially we see one is onlining there, but again, in the mid to the late game, they need to better strategies. They need to better better thing, because their draft is lack of anything. I think I can say maybe anything. The lack of anything. They lack of CC power. They lack of high ground power. They lack of like maybe open the boost power, something like that. Map control. Lack of everything. So what can they expect? Yeah, the expectation is only lose.
Yeah. Yeah, that has to be it, man. I think we stick. I mean, the draft is actually very good, Coach Yabdi. But then again, this is not Kyrie we're talking about. So, yep, ladies and gentlemen, I think I think it is the last match for today. A little bit of a misconnection that I have. I'm sorry for that. But that was the last match, ladies and gentlemen. We are done for today. Congratulations to all the giveaway winners. And if you want to have a much more giveaway, to stay tuned, just chat away, yap away into the chat, because we're going to be seeing our comments, and we have a Nightbot picking out the winners, so it's going to be fair and square for you guys. So stay tuned. We have a gifts for the viewers with the cinematic showdown that we have, the diamonds, and also we have already met the PP, the prize pools as well. So that's it for now, and me and JL will be signing off, and we will see you in the next round.
Closing.